So this is Blake Cushing, your King of Kings, speaking with you. This Tuesday, the 13th of August, 2024. And I'd like to begin with justice again. Like, where is justice? Like, what is justice? What's justice for? Like, what is weaponized justice? What is justice when she's perverted? What happens to justice when truth is no longer of much importance? What happens to justice when she concerns herself with winning the blame game and there's no solvency in her processes whatsoever? You know, like, grown men are so lonely they have to suck sex from little girls that don't know whether they're punched or bored. I guess a lot of people want to fuck children, you know, like, this is the truth of the thing. Like, there must be something to it if there's all these laws and the Jeffrey Epstein and all these child slaves. Like, if there were, like, I would like somebody to come out and declare themselves, I was a child slave. Like, why doesn't that happen? I've heard of these hundreds of millions of people being sold into slavery of one kind or another. But I don't see any, you know, anybody come and say, you know, I was a sex slave for hobo gent. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm just saying where honesty is missing, so is reality. You understand? Like, people can talk themselves into a delusion and wind up squandering hundreds of billions of dollars worth of my kids' blood, sweat, and tears like drunken wastrels. You understand? People who have visions that have no hope of being realized in reality still suffer huge desperation at their failure. Like this thing in Ukraine is a case in point. You understand? You know, the Russians are just luring these Ukrainians into one more. They have an apparent weakness in their lines of defense. And so the Ukrainians rush in to conquer it. For no other reason, just to conquer the spot. They have no way of supplying it, or, you know, have no way of maintaining their results once they're there. But they do it anyway, and lose extra 1,000 men or two. It doesn't really matter much to Mr. Snitlinsky. You understand? Where truth, where the seeking of truth, the seeking to worship the truth is absent in human beings. You have very boring human beings. Think of this. If a person's a liar, you can't argue with them worth their shit. They're too busy supporting their lies to see any other different point of view at any time ever. You've turned yourselves stupid, stunned, retarded, and revolting. You're the prosecution of lies. You're seeking to find some kind of nourishment in your willingness to worship the lies that you created for yourselves as some kind of omnipotent constructs that deserve the worship of your fellow citizens as well. This is ridiculous. Where you have a repugnance for true things, then you get into real trouble. Then you get into situations like Israel and the United States, where no matter what they do now, they lose. There's no way Israel, well, not Israel, the Zionist land in my Palestine. The Zionists think that they're just going to boot fuck everybody to death, and Bob's your uncle henceforward. You know, like I won the war, so I killed them all, I wasted them all, so everybody love me now. You really think that? Do you? You really think the Zionists are going to win this thing?